So although I went to Taiwan to chase hot springs, I didn't actually hit any wild hot springs until day 5, and this was up in the hinterland, about halfway down the west coast but up into the hinterland. I had stayed 2 days near the airport and then moved down the west coast and spent 2 days at a hot spring spa. This is a pleasant morning swim, but I didn't have a different camera. So I found that waterfall on my way down to Tainan City before going to see the National Museum of Technology. These are Genuine Falls, which are inland from where I was having the beach swim, which is where I ended up staying for 3 days to enjoy the entire area after I'd raced the typhoon to get there. Having a bit of fun here, diving between the rocks and getting washed down the creek was quite fun. Now, this next one is Taiwan Springs, where I just about killed myself getting down there and getting back up. And the water's beautiful and cool, and I had quite a prolonged relax in the cool water before heading back up the hill. And it was the hardest walk I've ever done in my life. And it was only half an hour drive from where I was staying, where the hot springs are available in the hotel, although these are the Reiki Hot Springs Hotel, which is the first springs that I went to. Coffin size, really. Oh, the videos are mixed up. Who cares? This is the Jinlan Creek, where I end up digging a hole in the river in order to bathe in the hot water there. It's coming up through the gravel at the river base. It's quite pleasant. And then this one with the window behind is the first place I stayed, where I had actually one of those big like concrete square baths which was filled with the springs hot water, which was that murky, creamy colour. And this was before, though, I actually managed to get into any wild water, which was the waterfall, which is the 5th day from Taiwan.
But I don't think I'll last too long for that. I made it a bit too hot.
The thing that I was doing was recovering from shingles, which I had chickenpox as a child, and I got an attack of shingles about a fortnight before I went. And before I went up to Mullerina hot springs in the outback of South Australia. And so this left me quite a spasmodic muscle in my rear left neck, which at times was quite painful. At night time I'd wake up with a spasm in the neck. And so I'm going around to all these hot springs and getting it deep as possible for as long as possible, and doing some Tai Chi exercises both in and out the water. This is the night time, obviously, and no one else around, and I'm having a nice quiet spa. The pool adjacent was so hot, it was too hot to actually get in, so I had to stay in this warmer one. The next morning I went back out, I think it was before breakfast, and so this next shot is of the daytime of the same spa, and the extremely hot one had cooled down just sufficiently to be able to get in, so I got into that really hot one. After first getting into the cooler one to give myself a bit of a soak. They make you buy those bathers to wear them. They won't let you wear board shorts or any loose shorts. You've got to have those more tight-fitting shorts made out of this. It's not quite a wetsuit material. And this is over on the east coast, where I'm having, I think, my last actual hot spring before I started to do some cold water again. So that was quite pleasant. And this is the location, they call it the Chief Hot Springs. It's where I spent a couple of days, went walking Li Song and a couple of other falls, all of which are in this short video capturing, and that's a suspension bridge just across the river. This then is on the east coast. This is the place I stayed at where I raced to I raced a typhoon to get here. I got there about 2.5 hours before the typhoon actually made landfall at that red dot. And this has its own private spas as well, but it's also the place where I went to Jinyu Beach, and I had a swim amongst the grey gravel there. Again, you sort of have to wear these shorts. You're supposed to wear the hat as well, but there was no one around, so I didn't bother wearing the hat. I had it there in case anybody arrived. And again, I'm just like spending as much opportunity getting that entire neck and all the muscles into the water and exercising in order to relieve the muscle spasms, which are an associated part of the shingles rash. This is on the extreme northeastern tip of Taiwan, and the most northeastern place I went to. It's a fishing harbour. It was beautiful, a beautiful place, immaculately kept, well kept fishing harbour. And again, I'm having a cold salt water for the neck and muscles there. And by this time, it was just about relieved, and now it's almost gone. Does take some time. Chasing the waters in Taiwan.